Hey April, how you doing?
Hi, Renee. Welcome to Real Talk with Renee and April. In this segment, we're going to talk about shopping for a real estate agent. So I'm going to toss it over to Renee so he can give us some key points and what's important to determine which agent is for you.
Absolutely, April. So I'm just going to name a few just to begin with. Obviously, a consultation with you or I are definitely a must to really dive into some of these. But a few of the things that I can think of at the top of my head, one is work with somebody that's knowledgeable in the area, somebody that really understands the community, the lifestyle, the schools, what's around you, how do you get around town. Those things are important. You know, where your shopping's at. Most important out here in our area in Santa Clarita is schools, right? Most parents are moving up here because, well, they know that there's great schools in Santa Clarita. So you got to know where those schools are going to be at, what the scores are. So very, very knowledgeable. Also, what areas have Melrose, HOAs, what areas do not have Melrose and HOA is also important. And a lot of times, just speaking to an agent, you'll find out immediately if they know these answers or not. So that's number one. Number two will be agent must be active in the community. Super, super important. No part-time agents. And not to say anything bad about part-time agents. Everybody's got to do what they have to do. But in a real estate transaction is so complex, you got to have the right professionals behind you, right? So you got to make sure that you have people that are working day in and day out in your file, because many, as you know, April, many things can go wrong in any file at any given time. And if you have somebody that's only paying attention to your file part-time, that's not very good. Also, you got it. What I mean by active is somebody that understands, okay, who are the players in town? Who are the lenders in town? Who are the other agents in town that I have to mingle and I have to wheel and deal to make sure that I get your offer approved? If your agent's only working part-time, chances are they don't know a lot of these people, and it's going to be super, super hard to get your offer accepted. And, you know, basically no one's going to, they're going to, especially in times like this right now, where we're dealing with this epidemic, we want to work with lenders that we know and agents that we know that can actually not only open up the escrow, but they can also close it. That's number two. Number three, someone that's really catering to your needs and wants. They're actually listening to you, okay? It's important to understand if they're doing this, if the agent's doing this just to another feather in their cap or just to put another tally, and you can kind of you can read that from people immediately. Are they doing this because they want to be the winners and they want to get all these awards? Or are they really doing this because they really want to help you and your family? Huge, huge difference. And that's one of the things that I really want to, it all starts with listening. If your agent's basically just showing you properties that belong to their brokerages and maybe it's one of their own listings and they, you know, maybe you should stay away from something like that. Go with somebody that's going to be very neutral and is going to allow you to see what's out there in the inventory. It's going to give you really good advice by just listening, that you feel for a fact, you know what, this individual listens to me. Not somebody that's just going to tell you, hey, I care about you and your family. You can kind of sense it, right? We all sense it when we walk in. We know when we're being sold and when we're being told. So that's not what you want on this, my friends. So that's just to name a few on how to select an agent. Now I'm going to turn it back to you, April. The most important part of buying a home is getting a solid pre-approval. So can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, what I like to do is when I do get a customer over from a referral is I like to do an initial consultation. So get together with the family. We're going to discuss what purchase price they're looking for, if they have any money saved for down payment. If we have any bumps on the credit, we can maybe address that ahead of time. And their comfort payment, because we want to make sure that they're comfortable making the payment. Because a lot of times, you know, I can work up a pre-approval and maybe it's something where they do qualify, but they're not comfortable with that payment. So typically that's what we do in our initial consultation, is get a feel for what they're looking for. And if it matches and it sounds like they're comfortable and they're happy with that, then we will go ahead and move into a formal pre-approval with them. And we're going to be discussing those steps in our next video. So stay tuned and keep that in mind. We're going to break down the entire process for you guys.
Absolutely. I cannot put enough emphasis on making sure you get a solid pre-approval from the gates. A lot of times, I got to tell you, as an agent, when I'm dealing with clients, they come over and they think they can afford a home in the 600 range. Maybe they can afford something in the 700 range, right? So knowledge is power. So make sure you get pre-approved. Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. We want to bring you all the latest and greatest information in regards to real estate. And so stay tuned. We'll be back.
Talk to you next time.